До цього моменту у нас не було зарубіжних гостей, окрім Істана.
Я не гість, друже.
Так, ти тут як вдома. Але цього разу у нас дійсно міжнародна трансконтинентальна зірка. Це музикант, який народився в Британії, зараз живе в Берліні, а відомий по всьому світу. Зустрічайте, це Fink.
Hey.
У нас так всі гості зустрічають, якщо що, так що. Дякую, що прийшли.
My pleasure.
Вода.
Thanks a lot.
Істан розумний. І... ну, вода.
Sorry. That's nice.
Отже, я читав в соцмережах, що ви пишете, Україна ваша одна з найбільш улюблених країн. Ви про всі держави так кажете? Чи є правда в цьому?
Every country I do TV on, yeah. I came here with my wife last year, and we just fell in love with the city. We had 2 days off, and which is rare on tour, and we were just amazed, you know, how beautiful it is. We had this image of Kiev as some kind of grey, cold, you know, industrial. It's so not that at all. It's just beautiful. So we had a great time, you know, and everybody was lovely.
Чи була країна?
I'll just jump in for a sec. You know what I call Kiev is the beast. It's this city of contrasts, the green, the edginess. Anyways, welcome to the beast.
Yeah, no doubt. Anything can happen, right? Felt a little wild, for sure.
Yeah.
Це слоган Новий Києва. Вітаємо вас у звірі.
Welcome to the beast.
Була країна, в якій ви дійсно, чесно казали, ну гімно. Ну, більше ніколи сюди ні ногою.
Yeah, and yeah.
Але не скажете.
Well, just in case they ring me up and say, oh, do you want to do a TV show? I'll be like, yeah, I'd love to. And then this question will like, so, no. But some countries are very welcoming to everybody, and some countries aren't. And I haven't seen anything of the Ukraine apart from Kiev, but Kiev is the kind of city which says, you know, come back, it's great. Everybody's nice, it's just really lovely. In the summer, the weather's beautiful. Yeah, really.
Мені хочеться вам заплатити після цих слів чомусь.
Добре. This is the best show I've ever been on.
Окей. Бачу, гонорар за концерт вже отримали у Києві. Ви кажете, що Київ приємне місто, але чи справді ви щось знаєте? От що ви можете згадати про Київ, що вам сподобалось дійсно? Не абстрактне.
Not abstract, okay. I sincerely like and would like to spend more time at this book market that I went to last time I was here. I think it's called Petrovka.
Petrivka.
Petrivka,
Oh,
okay.
dude, man.
That place was wicked.
I live like right by that place.
That
it's
was
insane.
awesome. I mean, the bus kind of ends there. You know what I mean? So you're like, okay, there's nothing else after this, just this. And it's like something out of Mad Max.
Go there when go there when it's 35 degrees out, when the sun's baking, no trees. But that's like the best. Other than China, it's the biggest pirate market you can fill your cartridges up there, any software you want, anything you want. It's genius.
It's awesome. So I went to this record. We had such a great time there, and I had some beautiful new friends who make things out of wood and leather. I think they're in the north of Ukraine. They made me a headphone stand. Nice touch. And
можете показати?
Oh, I don't carry my headphone stand around with me because it's like that big. And you put headphones on it. But it's really beautifully done. They took me to this market, and I wanted to buy records. I buy records everywhere I go, and there were so many dusty stalls just full of crazy-looking records, and you just got to go on the cover art, you know. And I said to my wife, you know, anything with like space-age headphones, robots, computers, and punk. Anything that looks kind of punk.
Хоч щось з української музики ви знаєте?
Nothing. But that doesn't mean I'm open to new experiences.
От подивляться і створять з вами фіт. У вас був концерт в Києві, і квитки коштували 30 або 90 доларів. Від 30 до 90. Це ціни приблизно ті ж самі, що в Європі або в США? Чи ви для нас трішки нижче? Чи вище? Вище?
Interesting question. It depends.
Ви ніколи не платили за свої концерти, мабуть?
For my concerts? It depends. Some places they're much more expensive. Some places, like if you play in China or India, they're much cheaper. Some places, because you want it to work for you, you make the ticket price low so you don't make money, but you make friends. And next time maybe you make money. It's very much the case in America. The first tour you lose money, the second tour you pay for the first tour, and the third tour you break even. So, because you want America, you know what I mean? And when we go to new places like Kiev, we're ready to invest in the friendship, you know, and we keep the ticket prices as low as we possibly can.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Це ваш другий візит в Київ, правильно?
Yeah.
І,
Third.
third.
I think, yeah.
І перший був у 2015-му, наскільки я знаю.
That's right, yeah.
Як змінилась Україна, чи змінилась якось? Чи змінився Київ за ці роки?
Well, I'm told it has. In 2015, when we played Kiev, we came in late because the traffic was terrible. I'm beginning to realize that's a constant thing here, maybe. And all I saw was the venue and the people. So we left Kiev just kind of going, wow, the people are lovely. Would love to come back. And second time, I had some time off here, and got to kind of hang out and have a lovely time here. So I haven't noticed the change, but my friends here have told me that in the past 10 years, it's changed beyond belief. It's been so rapid, especially with things like nightlife and restaurants and hipster coffee bars. And hey, I'm down for that. I like that kind of thing, but. There's probably more vegan coffee shops now than there were 10 years ago.
Є дещо, що в Україні не змінюється ніколи, взагалі ніколи. Це один з символів нашого міста. Я не знаю, може вам показували таке? Це перепічка.
Окей.
І просто від нас.
Окей.
Хоча, в принципі, я згадав, що не обідав.
It looks so delicious in a plastic bag. It's nice.
No, they're actually pretty good, man.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a hot dog in dough.
It's nice because I'm a non-dairy vegetarian, so that's perfect for me.
Non-dairy vegetarian.
Thanks. I'll have that later. Yeah. Okay. That's really kind. Yeah. I will take it.
Не думаю.
Okay.
Я заберу.
Nice.
Добре. А ви бували, наприклад, в Білорусі або Молдові? Або в Росії?
I've been to Belarus, yeah.
Чи відрізняється якось Україна від цих країн?
Yeah.
Як?
I think so. Well, you know that previous question about countries that maybe you don't want to go back to? Belarus is possibly in that area. Minsk is tough. It's a tough city. And we always go there in the winter. It's not the most welcoming skyline I've ever seen arriving in the bus. And it can be complicated to get in, it can be complicated to get out. And these things affect your experiences of a new country. But interestingly, you know, the crazy experiences are the ones you remember more than, oh, that gig in Brussels was good, or oh, that gig in Spain was good. You remember the crazy borders and the big hats and the constant bribery, you know, you remember that kind of stuff. And I want Minsk to work, but it costs bands so much money to do it, to get in and get out. It's very difficult to go there, and we feel terrible because there's lots of people there that want to see Western bands or even just local bands from the local areas, and it's a tough place to get to, tough place to play.
Я вперше в житті зрадів, що наше шоу не показують в Білорусі, у Мінську. Ви ж не тільки музикант, а й діджей. І в Україні діджеєм може вважатись будь-хто, хто просто знає 2-3 клавіші.
How hard can it be? You know? How hard can it be?
Як відрізнити справжнього діджея від мене? Бо я теж діджеїв.
Well, you could be a DJ, definitely. I mean, I live in Berlin, and all the DJs kind of look like you know. Kind of got a metro beard, and it's all like ready to go. A little DJ on. It's nice. You just fit right in, dude.
Це якась дивна суміш образи і компліменту. Просто...
True, accusation and compliment. I used to be a DJ. I was a DJ for a long time in the 90s. It was a long time ago. And DJing is a bit like hosting a dinner party. Anyone can order a takeaway and invite some friends over. Anyone can do that. So anyone can press buttons and spin music like your good self. But being a good DJ it's like being a good host. You need a bit of technical skill. You also need to know what the people want. And the best DJs, without being patronizing, they kind of educate the crowd of people. Obviously, young people having a great time, they don't really want a lecture from it. Oh, you should listen to this piece of music, it's classic. They want to have a good time. So you have DJs that do good time, like David Guetta and the big boys. And then you have the banging DJs like the trance guys, and then you have the clever DJs like the Villa-Loboses and people like that. There's as many different kinds of DJs as there are rock bands.
От ви показали багато типів діджеїв, отут найкращі. Я десь отам, на цьому рейтингу. Просто що ми фундаментально готувалися до зустрічі з вами і прогуглили діджей Fink. Ось що в нас є. Будьте обережні.
Goodness gracious.
У нього написано Fink прямо тут.
He does. But that, I haven't got my glasses on, but that does strangely look like me. Are you sure it doesn't say funk?
Fink.
It says
No,
Fink.
it's Fink.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Fink.
That's action, that is. He's performing right there. He's just about to throw his hands in the air, twiddle those knobs, and the crowd go wild.
Причому, можливо, він робить це в Берліні. То, якщо знайдете...
Good luck to him, you know.
До речі, а чому Берлін? Ви з Британії?
Yeah, I'm from the UK, but the UK's an island, and people in the UK, do you know what I mean? It kind of, well, kind of. We have this thing called sea, it's really nice, and I think people in the UK who travel, we love to get out there, and although politically it's hard to tell that at the moment, but I love traveling. And if you're in the music business and you hate traveling, you're in the wrong business, you know, absolutely. And in your travels, you see some really cool places. And I've lived in Paris, I've lived in London, I've lived in Los Angeles, because I went
Stop
there.
it.
No, I'm not showing off, but just, you know, I lived in Los Angeles and I didn't like it. I lived in Los Angeles and it's so difficult there. It's really hard, you know. And Paris is a tough city because your apartment's like the size of your desk. It doesn't matter how well you're doing, you got a 20 square meter apartment. I just went to Berlin so many times, and you know what? It's a young city. And Berlin attracts a lot of people from the Baltic states because that's all got this great young energy at the moment. And they're all, Berlin is a very creative, young, exciting place to live. So if you can't afford London and you can't afford New York, it's like your next choice. You can afford Berlin. And you get all that, you get all the film industry, fashion, music, art. It's just a super inspiring place to live. You know?
What city, I'll just interrupt for a second, what city in the world that you've lived in or visited, what's the most similar to Kiev in the way of just feeling, atmosphere?
Мінськ.
Well, it would have to be a city that has this outside reputation that is not the same when you get there. Something with really beautiful sort of candy style architecture. Maybe an Italian city. I don't know
Seriously?
why I think that. Maybe something like Northern Italian.
Wow.
Something where the architecture is very kind of fairy tale. Maybe I've just been to the nice bits, but...
Yeah, you have. But you know, when I first came here, the first time when I came to Kiev, I got out of the subway and with my backpack, and the first thing I saw was the St. Andrew Church on the hill.
Right.
The one that looked like a cake.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was my first impression. But if you've only been in Kiev, man, you've got to get out to 2 more cities,
Okay.
like for sure. Lviv and Odessa. And the triangle of those 3 cities. Like Kiev is very specific. It's the beast. Lviv is fairy tale Eastern Europe.
Right.
It's amazing food. And Odessa's insane.
I've heard Odessa's really awesome.
You got to go. I mean, Odessa's wicked.
People do play there, so...
You gotta,
It's in our sights for the next tour, for sure.
Awesome.
А Київ часто порівнюють, до речі, з Берліном. Це порівнюють тільки українці, але все одно. Ну, тобто, дійсно, ця молода енергія, нічне життя, ресторани і тому подібне. Чи відчули ви щось? Може, переїдете?
What, here? Yeah, the energy here is... Oh, I could be completely wrong about this, and feel free to correct me, but it's like, okay, that was then, this is now, what do we want? And it's the same feeling I get when I'm in Latvia or Estonia or Poland 10 years ago. It's kind of like, okay, those guys did that with this beautiful place. What's our generation going to do? Okay, we want some trendy clothes shops, we want some nice bars, we want some coffee places, we want some cool restaurants, and we're going to make it what we want. And that has got a real energy. And it's the same that happened in Berlin when the wall came down. All of a sudden, the city has an extra half a city to go, okay, that's what they did with that half. What do we do with this half? So you've got this, you can do anything. You get these big buildings and you could say, that could be an art gallery, that could be a studio, it could be a coffee shop. Yeah, you get these, in America, you get these places in cities too. Dead areas that are really industrial, and then people like us come in and go, I really would love a flat in that building, let's build one, and then it becomes like a thing.
От ви сказали, що так, зараз момент, ми можемо створювати щось самі, і в музиці це теж відбувається, і ми хочемо використати вас як музичного експерта, як закордонну людину, яка може подивитись на нашу музику і сказати «Окей». І може це все, що ви зможете сказати. Просто ми подивимось буквально, так, буквально трішки ми подивимось, і ви прокоментуйте, що ви бачите, що ви чуєте.
Okay, there's a woman rowing. Nice lady, very pretty lady. She's having a great time. She's excited.
Щодо музики.
Some kind of marine theme going on. Some kind of nautical, stripy. It's the kind of thing you see on your hotel TV late at night and just kind of go, I'm somewhere very foreign right now.
Може, фіт саме з цією людиною? Це Оля Полякова і її кліп «Шльопки». Може, фіт з нею?
Would I like to, what with her, sorry?
Фіт.
To eat?
Фіт. No. Спільну пісню.
Oh, would you like to sing with her? Do a duet?
Може, не заспівати, може, щось інше?
I don't think I'm the right genre for her personal career path. That's really good, and good luck to her.
But you know what? Looking at that, that is actually visually amazing.
It is.
I mean, the colors, the design, it's like, I think it's genius.
You almost forget that you're looking at a girl in swimwear, you know, dancing around. The colors are so great.
It's
That's kind of all I could see was pretty colors, you know. It's nice. I should try that. Is that what you're saying? Maybe.
Спробувати купальник.
Try the swimsuit. Okay.
Давайте подивимось друге, і це, я одразу попереджую, це важливе видовище для України, для українських жінок.
Nice hair. I'm in straight away. I'm digging the hair, man. That's good hair game. That's good. Some kind of, yeah, he's upset. Yeah, and she's really cute, so I get it. I bet you, you know, I like it, I get it. I get it, you know, that's cool. I definitely get it.
Справа в тому, що в кожному західному музиканті живе українська жінка. Принаймні іноді, коли бачить Олега Вінника. Як? З ким ви можете порівняти з західних зірок от цього хлопця?
Well, I mean, that hair is pretty unique, so, yeah. No one from the 21st century at this point, but every country has that. And that's fine. I didn't mean it in any bad way, but if a country has a healthy culture, they make their own pop music, their own dance music. So every country has a guy like that. And I bet he lives in a really nice house, he's got a nice car, and he's chilling, you know? But he's happy.
У нього все прекрасне. Давайте подивимось третє. Дідзьо вихідний.
Нині нельотна погода, коротше тану його на.
It's like a Tenacious D movie, isn't it?
Ще лишаюся вдома, не йду взагалі нікуди.
Shred it.
Нічого не скажу, придуруся, що за
Very hard to read this one.
і буду собі в інтернеті.
What are the lyrics like?
Дивитись на голих бабів.
Називається «Вихідний».
Люблю собі час від часу, робити такий вихідний.
Він втомився.
Знайтеся всі таке робить,
I'm just kind of
а той, хто не робить.
strangely confused and not quite sure what to say about that. But I'm sure it's all in the lyrics, and I'm afraid I didn't understand anything.
Так, там глибокий текст. Часто з
I
Шекспіром
mean, what kind
порівнюють.
of... Really? Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, it's difficult to critique other people's music. Because, you know, they could say lots of horrible things about my music. And fair enough too.
До речі, що поганого у музиці Fink?
Genuine question. I would say that the biggest weakness with our music is that we try too many things. So we lose, like, sometimes when we make records, we listen to music like everyone else, and we'll hear like an amazing Radiohead album or a great album by Bon Iver or something, and then we'll, just like everyone else, go, I want to make that, I want to write that. So our records sometimes feel a little disjointed, is the English word I'd use. Show me some Ukrainian metal. I bet there's some great stuff.
Ми можемо показати, насправді, справжнього рокера. Саша, будь ласка, вийди на секунду. Саша, вийди, будь ласка.
He's totally ignoring you, dude.
Коротше, у нас є справжній металюга, навіть оператор.
But he's too shy.
Як усі металюги.
Like all metalers, yeah. Awesome.
Ви грали блюз, електроніку, ви діджеїли. Що далі? Чи є там реп-альбом?
Thankfully, no. We do, yeah, that would be horrible. Yeah, applaud that. That will never happen. Well, we're writing the next Fink record now, which is very musical and very epic, and very rich musically. And then we'll do another blues project. I also have a new record label that I've just started. We'll be doing a few projects with that, producing a few artists on that label, and just loads more music. I just can't get enough. I just love it.
А як ви ставитесь до того, що хіп-хоп став чи не найбільш прибутковою індустрією в музиці?
Yeah, it's changed the game. I mean, it really has. But I think that this question is answered differently by generations. It depends how young you are. And my generation got into hip-hop for the politics, and now there isn't much politics. It's like the politics of money. And I think Drake said in one of his lyrics last year, it's hard to think about anything to rap about other than the money. And it's so sodden with money that you've lost the politics, you know.
Ще про повагу до жінок, про те, яка це прекрасна стать, як Дрейк поважає жінок, і Кендрік Ламар поважає жінок.
Yeah, well, at least he calls them. I mean, you know, at least he calls them back. But it's rap music has become fantasy, and that's okay because rock music is a lot of fantasy, and so, but it's pure fantasy, and it's not my fantasy anymore. The fantasy maybe in the late 80s and early 90s was that everyone can just get along and everybody can. It's very inclusive, and now the fantasy is, I have a Rolls-Royce Wraith and infinitely more money than you, and loads of girls, and I'm just chilling, and that's not the fantasy for me anymore.
What do you think about what's going on in the world right now with the divisions? The right, the left, the this, the that, the utter chaos.
Yeah, I think, is it different than it's ever been? But is it different now than it was before? I mean, is it though? Like,
yeah,
I'm not sure that it is
know.
significantly different. I mean, Cuban Missile Crisis was pretty tense. We're not at that level yet.
Yeah.
That we know of.
But what about within society, like within Europe, within the States, within how pop music now is maybe taking a one-sided approach? Maybe they're too much left-leaning or too much. Well, they're not too much right-leaning.
Depends where you are.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you feel it's too much, too little, everything okay?
I think there's a lot of rebelliousness and punk spirit in music, in the places in the world where it needs it. Like, music's like a superhero, and it'll just go where it's needed. So there'll be a punk scene where a punk scene is needed. So, and it's a great way of bringing together networks of like-minded people on both sides, you know, left and right and centre and hippie and futuristic and past and goth and all that. And I think that's you can get a lot of positivity from these networks. And when it comes to the politics of like Europe that's outside of music, I don't really think it's ever been any different. Mm-hmm. We're just more aware of every ripple and every saying and every tweet and every, shocking Instagram mishap that we weren't aware of 25 years ago or 30 years ago or 10 years ago. Yeah. Whereas now the President of the United States can tweet me. I don't follow him, funnily enough, but if I did, he could tweet me directly on my phone. So we have a direct link to power and personality that means maybe we're getting too much information.
But it is genius, though. It's amazing, huh?
Well, I don't know if genius is the word I would use, but clever marketing, yeah.
I don't mean in that sense. I mean that it's genius in the sense of how everything is direct. We can speak to anybody. We don't have to go through a medium. We don't have to go through a third person.
No.
Everything's instant.
So there's no hashtag, no filter, right? And it's actually, in going back to music, we like a filter. We want the record companies to pick out the good ones from the bad ones, you know, for us. We don't want to go through Spotify or whatever platform you use and listen to 100 songs and like one. We want some A&R guy to do that for us. And the era of, I can listen to any tune in the world that's ever been made at the press of a button, or I can listen to this radio show where the DJs decided this is cool and you'll like this. And me and a lot of my friends, we're starting to go back there, where instead of going through your hard drive or your iTunes or, or your illegal streaming site, we'll listen to the radio again, and then you don't have to choose. It's like the tyranny of choice. It's like, it's nice that we're kind of going back to how it used to be.
Або можна подивитись наше шоу, бо у нас, до речі, багато української молодої музики.
Nice.
Ви самі казали, що вам подобається Україна, але гастролі, концерти не так багато можна побачити, і, можливо, ви не знайомі з нашою культурою і побутом. Тому ми принесли свою культуру і побут до вас. І зараз наша щоденна рубрика з Фінком «I think it's something strange».
What it is and why.
Yes.
Interesting.
Ну.
Okay. I mean, it looks like some kind of rudimentary can opener.
Насправді, я б це зарахував, бо це закривачка. Це не відкривачка, а закривачка. Тобто ви берете банку.
Ah, does it really?
Кон-
That's really cool. I like that. That's really cool.
Welcome to Ukraine.
So it seals the can.
Так, це закриває консерву.
That's really handy. I could genuinely do with one of these. Cool.
Нема такого в Берліні у вас?
No. You just buy a smaller can, I guess. Intriguing.
Не садомазо, одразу кажу.
But you guys know what this is? Some kind of mechanism for something for... I mean...
Я покажу. Ага, зламав.
Is this to make, like, omelets?
Ні.
Where you, like, put it in the pan, you do the eggs in it, and it holds it in a circle?
Виглядає це отак. Сюди тканину, голку. І це, щоб вишивати різні картинки.
Oh, that's nice.
Я впевнений, що бабусі в Британії таке роблять. І в Берліні бабусі таке роблять.
That's nice. Like that. It's obviously some kind of wooden bat.
Вгадайте, є в Україні крикет чи ні?
Yeah. It's got to be something to do with those things. Is it a storage system for like woodworm? It looks like a woodworm storage system here. That could be. It's awesome. I got a lovely feel to it. I like it. No idea. What is that?
Це для прасування. Це складна річ, стара, зараз вже таке не роблять, але сюди натягають певним чином тканину і прасують.
Right.
So it's iron.
Wow.
Старовинна праска.
That is
вам.
no electricity. Is it really?
Ну, якщо в аеропорті не
It might
відберуть.
get taken away at customs, dude. Thanks a lot. Awesome. Well, that's got to be some kind of, I don't know. Cake stand?
О, близько, в принципі, близько. Це для пельменей, робити пельмені. Ви пхаєте туди тісто, м'ясо, притискаєте. І
Nice.
смачно. Я б зарахував.
Like that. That's nice.
От ви бачили, що всі, в принципі, впізнають предмети. Це теж українська річ,
Yeah.
але я думаю, мало хто знає, що оце за фіговина.
I don't even want to know what side of eBay you got this in. I mean, okay.
я дуже
It's
погано
something to do
пам'ятаю.
with crushing something.
Так, вишенька. Ви берете вишню, вибачте. Вишню сюди, і
Right.
ви витискаєте кісточку з вишні. І потім вона падає сюди, і ви їсте її без
really-
кісточки.
That's really clever. This is really good. Love it. Does it work with olives?
Інноваційні технології України.
You've got to say, man, the people, they just thought more logically in the old days. That's just... that fascinates me. Awesome. Does it work with olives?
І тепер
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is getting more and more abstract now. Wow. Something about these means something, right? So that obviously goes on something.
це називається чесало.
Is it some kind of animal brush?
Yes!
All right! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, I can't believe I got that. Poor animal, man. Poor animal. I mean, what animal is it a brush of?
Я думаю, вівці.
Poor sheep.
Дякую дуже, що прийшли. Це було Чесало і знавець українського побуту, української культури Фінк. Дуже дякую.
Nice. Thanks a lot. Pleasure. Thanks. Ciao.
Стане, ти би...
Я думаю, що це йому подобається. Треба точно це подарувати.
Наш гість пішов недалеко, бо Фінк не може приїхати в Україну і не зіграти. Тому зустрічайте Фінк.
No need to cover up the fault lines. They make us who we are. We are many. And I've been trying to hold it all together. Throwing all my hope, my time, my money. And nothing stops the pressure from building up. Nothing stops the gravity giving up. Cause when the cracks appear, the cracks appear from the inside out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The cracks appear, the cracks appear from the inside out. And if you were here, we could really open it up this time. Make them all disappear. Make them all disappear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Little red vessels under my skin. Look into my eyes, try and tell me you didn't see it coming. Like sunrise, you feel it even if your back is turned. And nothing stops the pressure from building up. And nothing stops the gravity of giving up. After all the time we spend holding all our feelings in, the cracks appear, the cracks appear from the inside out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cracks appear, cracks appear from the inside out. And if you were here, we could really open it up this time. Make them all disappear. Yeah. Make them all disappear. Make them all. Got nothing to hide, nothing to hide, nothing to hide. I got nothing, no. Got nothing to hide, nothing to hide, no. You tell me not to bottle it up inside, let it out. If you were here, we could really open it up this time. Make a move, disappear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Make a move, disappear. When the cracks appear from the inside out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cracks appear from the inside out. Oh yeah. We'll make a move, disappear. Oh, oh, oh. We'll make a move, disappear. Make a move, disappear.
Thank you. Pleasure.